Hey there. Today, the moon is in Taurus, where we focus on getting grounded, seeking stability, and above all, Taurus is about the ability to maintain. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Tuesday, February 4th. The moon went into Taurus on Monday, 7 something p.m. Pacific time. So later in the day on Monday, the moon goes into Taurus, and we have that shift into a downshift, right? We're shifting from the high go forward gear of uh, Aries to the slower moving, more thoughtful approach of Taurus. Taurus energy is about taking what we have implemented or initiated or begun with our actions when the moon is in Aries, which I shared about yesterday, the Aries moon vibe of action and courage. And so definitely check that out if you missed it to get a little sense of the Aries moon energy we've had for the last couple of days. And so Taurus takes that energy and asks us, how are you going to sustain this action over time? What does it look like to put this into a more tangible physical form that can keep going, is less impulsive, and more sustaining? We had also Venus shifting into Aries. Venus is the ruler of Taurus. So we get that energy of action reiterated here with Venus in Aries. Venus being the planet of beauty, of love, but also of values. Venus as the planet of values reminds us to connect with what is important to us. And in Aries, it says you need to do something about what you care about. There is a need to find courage, to find your voice. Specifically, Venus energy can have to do with the voice, with how we share, with how we express who we are and connect with others. That Venus component of relationship and love that is not only about romantic love, but the ways that we embody being a loving being in the world. So there is a need to act on that, to act on what we value, what we care about, how we feel about other human beings, how we feel about principles and things we care about. With the Taurus moon, the moon is in a sign for 2 to 2.5 days. So we've got a couple of days of that Taurus energy to think about. How do we want to implement, sustain, maintain the momentum that has been initiated with the Aries moon? We are in a waxing moon, waxing crescent, so still before that first quarter moon, and we began this cycle with the Aquarius new moon. So this whole moon cycle is about where we find our uniqueness, our individuality. As things change, shake up, we need to orient within the experience of instability. And how we orient is we remember who we are, we remember what we care about, what is our vision for the future. So if you do not have a vision of the future, now is a very good time to find one, to ask yourself, what is it you want the future to look like? Not just what do you not want, what are you afraid of, but putting your energy into what you would like to create, what inspires you, what excites you about what is possible if things were to change, which they are changing. So the Taurus moon wants us to think about how we ground, how we put things into sustainable form that can continue to do the work of shoring up values and reinforcing what we care about and how we're going to defend and protect. With Mars in Cancer, defend and protect through caring, thinking about the more vulnerable members of our population, the more marginalized, the parts of ourselves that are sensitive. How do we protect that? That Mars in Cancer energy wants to protect the sensitive and vulnerable parts of ourselves and our society. And so, as we think about the Taurus moon, how can we create this as a daily practice? What is it you're going to do every day to keep going forward on the path you want that leads to that bigger vision you have, that what you care about creating for the future, what matters to you, what inspires you? And so, not just trying to avoid the worst case scenarios, but actively working with this energy to create the best case scenarios. And what does that look like in your daily life? What does that look like in the here and now? What can you do right now that affirms the qualities you want to give energy to, you want to invest in, you want to see more of? So if that's love, caring, safety, security, continuity, just being able to take care of your family, what is that for you? And how can you take a daily action or a daily practice that helps to you feel like you are part of creating that vision for the future in the here and now? Thanks so much for being here. I'm Marina Orms. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. I am so grateful for you, and you all are part of my reason for continuing, and my vision for the future is what we can create together. Thanks for being here and subscribing to this YouTube channel, and learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.